Coming up next on BBC Two, it's the Bradwater stream. But first, it's time for What's in the Lunchbox?
That's right, it's time for you to guess what's in the lunchbox. Can you guess what's in the lunchbox? What is it? Can you guess what's in there? A pack of 20 cigarettes. Oh, cashews as well. The weekly Sunday headache medicine. How did you know? Actually, I don't have a headache. I did have a horrible night. Haribo Star Mix. One of the bedroom screwdrivers. A Kit Kat. Is it Cyberbob's 145 streak? Is it a USB-A splitter? That's it. That's all of them. That's all the ones we can fit. I'm drunk as fuck. What time is it where you are? What do you think's in there? Jaeger, thank you so much for the tier 2 54-month subscription. All subs are now counting towards the spin wheel, Tom Bacon's. It won't piss off Shadow. I've gone to the effort every week of resetting it in time. So that Shadow doesn't have an aneurysm. He'll go crazy. What is it? What's in that lunchbox? You think it's one of the bedroom screwdrivers? Unexpected. 4 Feastable bars. Courtesy of my close personal friend, Mr. Beast. You weren't expecting that, was you? No one expected me to see 4 Mr. Beast Feastables. Almond, milk crunch, peanut butter, milk chocolate. Absolute poison. True, undiluted, devastating poison is what that is. Especially for me. I mean in general, but especially for me, it'll kill me, that will. This is filled with everything in this will kill me. Everything. The milk. actually. It just has milk. There's no... I actually could have eaten these if it wasn't for the new revelation that milk kills me. Just rice in that one. These actually don't have a lot in. They probably taste really different. I bet in America they're filled with all sorts of different shit. The ingredients are probably different as fuck, dude. Wonder which one tastes better. I should send some to Orkish and Ratch, you send some to Orkish and I'll send some to Orkish and he can see if they taste different. They're so expensive. They're for my nephews. My nephews, I mean, one of them is like 3. We already did. I mean, you send him the UK ones? I mean, he can do a test between the UK and US ones. See if they taste different. Why do you think I specifically said you? Because I know you already sent him some, but I thought you just sent him some from America. My little nephew's... I don't know, he fucking loves Mr. Beast. I'm like, bro, you know. If you had any idea, you know. The irony it would be if Mr. Beast would produce the only one bar you could eat. I would literally buy them every day. I will eat anything that I can eat. So desperate to be able to eat things. Yesterday I went for a steak with Liam. And even that poisoned me a little bit. Ended up with like a killer stomachache last night. And so I went onto their website and was like, what did you cook this with? And they cooked it with egg. No. Milk. I did my like face. Condescending face. But yeah, I did end up getting quite unwell. The first thing that they offered us when we got there was popcorn. And this says, don't suicide yourself. You'll die. But yeah, it poisoned me a bit. But it did confirm that I clearly have become incredibly lactose intolerant over the last year, I guess. How's that possible? Let me Google it. Is it possible to suddenly become lactose intolerant over the... Yeah, let's just go with that. Why am I lactose intolerant all of a sudden? You can develop secondary lactose intolerance suddenly as a result of damage to your small intestine. Maybe this is what it was all along. We have intestine damage. From what though? I don't have any other problems. We don't know. All humans lose the ability to digest lactose after a period of time without consuming dairy products. I mean, that could just be it. I feel like because I just didn't eat dairy for fucking years. Oh man, my body is turning on me, man. The amount of things I can't eat. It's fucking annoying, dude. It's fucking well annoying, isn't it? It's well annoying. You're already on a hype train? Have you done that? Tom Bacon's Shadow. You're still in the tavern. You've already got 5 subs towards a wheel spin. Oh yeah, we have Drew. How could we forget? No one did, just me. Only I forgot. Yeah, man, I woke up at 3 a.m. Bad stomachache, was like, what the fuck, this hurts so badly. When you say to Americans you have a stomachache, they think that you need to do a poo-poo. Have you ever, what is that with Americans? If you have a stomachache, it means that you need to poo. Well, this wasn't one of those. This was, it felt like someone had stabbed a knife into my side. And I really enjoyed it. And I got up and I took some varying medicines to try and make it go away, which it did, but it took a little while. I was awake for like an hour and a half. And I just kept waking up a bunch. So I feel kind of weird and woozy today. Just in terms of sleepy sleeps. But I did also wake up and successfully make it to Platinum 3. It's Platinum 3 in Marvel Rivals. I've finally done it. God, it's almost impossible. Wait, 2 questions. Did you say they cooked the steak with milk? I think, yeah, it says it may contain milk. Oh no, it says it may contain dairy. I don't know why though. I'm gonna go back and ask them. What's a milk steak? Are you guys memeing? It's probably butter. Well, it's probably more likely to be butter. And what Americans are you talking to? I don't know. I just remember speaking to an American once, and they said like, I said I have a stomachache, and they were like, "Oh, you need to go to the toilet," and I was like, "No, I have a stomachache." And then it happened years later, it happened again. I was like, "Oh man, I have a stomachache," and this American person was like, "Oh, you need to go to the toilet. We can find one." And I was like, "What? No. What do you think I'm saying right now? You think I said I need a shit? I didn't say I need a shit." Oh, the Always Sunny milk steaks. I vaguely remember that, yeah. Might watch all of that again. I think I could do all of that again. You can ask for it to be cooked in oil. You can, it's just that I didn't yesterday because I just assumed that it wouldn't be cooked with dairy. Most of the time when I order steak, one of the reasons that I go, when I go out and buy a meal, food, Cutter Slade, thank you for that 50 months, by the way. YouTube, bitch. I normally just order a steak because it's one of the only things in the restaurant that is just, it arrives pretty plain. Like it doesn't get cooked with other stuff. It's not cooked in corn. It doesn't have some sort of like, usually it doesn't like have a sauce on it, you know? Usually, unless you pick a special one, if you're just ordering a plain steak instead of like one with a rub on it, there's no stuff on it. So it's one of the only foods that feels pretty safe for me to eat because I normally, you know, I don't have any sides with it or anything. I just order the meat and go hungry for the rest. Yeah, I guess even this is a problem now. Super annoying. I'm down to sushi basically. I can only eat sushi, I think. And even that, I don't know. That will be my next experiment. But yeah, you can. I went on their website last night and it was like, yeah, you can ask for this to be cooked without dairy. And I was like, well, should have done that, shouldn't I? Oh, something's being delivered. Something's being delivered. Hold on. You can watch this for 1 second while I just see if it's outside my door. It was outside my door. What do you think it was? Do you have good, decently priced sushi available to you? Well, I live in London, so what do you think? I don't have it locally. It's a minimum of like a 20-minute journey. There isn't anything nearby. D drive? No, I haven't reordered the D drive. It's my non-canon outfit for the finale. Nerd Nerfer is obsessed with this stomachache thing. To be fair, think about the number of times your stomach was doing anything abnormal and pooing fix the issue. Not that many times for me. That's not often my issue. Whatever is wrong with my stomach is like, I don't know what I've got. Mild pain. It's usually pain based, and I think it's citrus based. Probably more like a GERD thing than an IBS thing, or a, you know. I know that lots of people get really bad gas and just fart it out and stuff, but yeah, mine is just I have to lay there in pain until it goes away. If I could poo it out, I would honestly love that. It would be great, but it rarely is the case. I'm playing the seasonal event and someone is actually being sweaty. I've never seen anyone be sweaty. I went into a game at one point and there was just one person standing still. Poo out the corn. It's not the corn though. The corn doesn't give me a bad stomach. I have multiple different issues now and it's really annoying. It's very, very annoying. I'm beginning to just fucking feel extreme fatigue with all of these things that are wrong with me. Heart issue, corn allergy, milk, dairy allergy now, I guess. Probably a couple of other things that I don't know yet. Trying to figure it out. Nightmare. Absolute pure nightmare. At least I've got my Mr. Beast Feastables available to me and you. Get them at your local retailer today. Mr. Beast. He's just a normal guy. He's just a normal lad. What a normal lad. This was me getting out of bed this morning. We must continue. Dragging myself through the microwave corridor. Another day, I'm still alive. No. Wack keeps saying that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is Metal Gear Solid 4, and by the end of it, he's going to wish it was Metal Gear Solid 4. Sven, creeping in with that 47-monther. Hello, my friend. Thank you very much. He's going to fucking wish, dude. He was like, this game has an opening cutscene? What is this, Metal Gear Solid 4? Now go get me a slice. Who has brain damage? Put your hands up. You think you've got brain damage? What do you reckon? Almost guaranteed, huh? How do you feel about that brain damage? Yesterday I got up and I didn't have a day off yesterday, which has contributed to me feeling tired today. I got up and I was laying in bed. I got to Instagram Reels. If I get to honestly, you shouldn't be on Instagram Reels. Ratch. You have TikTok. Don't go on Instagram Reels. But if you get to Instagram Reels on your phone in the morning, you know you're trying to put something off. And I was laying there like, man, I don't want to get up because I had to do my tax. I had to file my tax return. And I've never actually done it myself, entirely myself before, which was pretty terrifying. And I leapt out of bed and I did a workout and I had a shower and I made some eggs and I started working on this fucking tax return, man. And I sat there. I think it was about 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours. I was working on it. I was texting Liam about something, about his tax return. I was like, I think you might have done this part wrong. And he said something like, let me go. Wait a minute. What did he say? It was so funny. We would. I said, you know, you should double check your stuff. He said, I'm leaving mine now. And I thought he meant, I'm leaving my tax return. I'm not double checking it. I'm just leaving it as it is. And then he appeared at my house because he was saying he was coming here. Like, I'm leaving mine now. So I'll be there in 10 minutes, you know. So he showed up at my house. I was not ready. The place was a shit pit. And I was sitting there downloading all of my PayPal transactions for 2023-24. So I had to let him in. And he comes in. And I was like, what am I meant to do with you now? I'm in the middle of doing my tax return. And he was like, well, I don't know. But I'm here, aren't I? So I said, fuck it. Let's go to central London and buy a steak then. And he went, fine. So we went into central, because it was a nice day yesterday. We went into central London and got steaks. In the middle of doing my tax return. And then took Liam on a little big day out. Got steak. All we did was go all the way into central London, get a steak, and come immediately back. Like, that's all we did. There was no, like, we didn't do anything else. And I got back and I had a bit of a stomachache, but I didn't think much of it. And it didn't go away all day, but it wasn't bad until 3 a.m. And then I had to finish doing this tax return, man. And it was fucking so annoying. It took so long to do. But the actual part where you submit it to the HMRC is so scary. All those government forms and stuff. I don't honestly have a clue what any of them mean. It says the most random shit. And I'm just like, well, if I've never heard of it, then I'm obviously not like, you know, it's like, are you claiming 2.38 AC 104 forms? And I'm like, I don't know what a fucking 2.38 AC 104 form is. So I guess not. I have no idea. ChatGPT got me through some of it. And then I looked at my previous one and was just like copying. You know, I was like, well, it said no there, said no there, said no there. And then submitted it. And it takes 3 days, which I didn't know. So I'm glad I did it because I was literally I was going to put it off until Wednesday, which would have been really fucking dangerous because it has to be submitted by the 30th or whatever, right? But it looks like I can pay it if the amount that I have calculated is correct, which I think it is. I think I can actually cover it, even though I'm probably still not going to pay it all in one lump sum. So that's a nice little weight off my shoulders. At least. You know what I mean, Sven? Sven's like, what? You talking to me? What? I saw your name on the sub list. And then I played a bunch of Marvel Rivals with my friends and Leah. There was a lot of them in there last night. Tuesday Gray has started playing, and we managed to put a gun to the nape of PB's neck and get her to play and spend time with us. It's pretty hard to do, but we did it. A lot of people playing. It was good. And then I watched the Traitors finale. Not really much I can say about it, is there? Spoilers. All pure spoilers. I do love that show, though. The UK one is absolutely, by far, the best one. The most I've delayed taxes has literally been till the morning of the deadline date. In terms of payment, I've paid it at like 11:59 on January 31st before. Full Squad Marvel Rivals RP stream when? Imagine doing an RP stream. The moon! Well, actually, all I would be doing is Thor. I'm only allowed to play Thor. I had to play Thor all morning again. Actually, I got one Moon Knight game in, I think. In comps. Yesterday, I actually was playing Lunar Snow. I need to learn a new healer because I can only use Jeff, and sometimes I'm in games where Jeff is just fucking useless, and I'm always like, man, I wish we had a Lunar Snow. So I decided to learn Lunar Snow. So I was playing Lunar Snow. I sort of figured it out last night, kind of. I wouldn't say I got good with Lunar, but figured it out, you know.
Steak tax. Got to eat.
Thank you, Jaeger. The steak was actually £18 though, so you're actually a little under. That's only $11.70. So $11.70 in GBP. That's £9.37. So you're actually under. You actually owe me about another £9, to be honest. I'm kidding. Thank you. Steak tax, baby. Behold, the god of thunder. Yeah, I won't even attempt to do a Thor voice. But I have had to play Thor in comps pretty much the entire time. But I made it to platinum, and I'm just like, I didn't even know that I was about to level up. I've been stuck in gold 1 for so long that it just came up and was like platinum 3, and I was like, huh. I almost uninstalled the game. I almost uninstalled it. There she is. She knew we were talking about her. She knew. The penultimate episode was the first time in a long time my heart rate substantially rose watching it. The penultimate episode was fucking so good. Yeah. I kind of want to watch. I didn't watch any of the Traitors Uncloaked stuff. I can't be bothered. But I think I might watch the last one because they're all, you know, they sort of do the American thing but less cheesy because it's Ed Gamble. They talk to all of them, right? Yeah, so man, yesterday was fucking annoying, dude, because I spent most of the day doing taxes. I did have a little steak break and a little Marvel Rivals break in the evening, but it ain't enough, you know, because taxes causes me such anxiety and stress that it isn't like, it's not just doing work. It's not like I'm just sitting there like working on something. It's like stressing me out actively, like triggering me basically. And I couldn't fall asleep, and I couldn't figure out why I couldn't fall asleep. And I was laying there with a bit of a stomachache, and I think the stomachache is why I wasn't falling asleep. But I was like, I wonder if I'm just like filled to the brim with cortisol still. And I laid there. Eventually, I fell asleep. I've been watching Dororo. Vincecchio, don't you dare be late again. We won't accept this. Disappointed, to be honest. I was laying there. I watched like 2 whole episodes of Dororo. And I was like, this isn't good. I'm not even tired. So I tried putting on that podcast. I put on the Blind Boy podcast to fall asleep. It's like the perfect podcast for falling asleep to. And I did, but then I woke up at 3 and was like, oh no. My stomach was killing me. Like, absolutely killing me. And I was like, shit, this is the same feeling I had when I ate that chocolate thing or whenever. What was it that did it to me last time? I think it was a chocolate bar. I ate a chocolate bar and it just annihilated me for about 12 hours. It was far worse with the chocolate bar, I assume, because it's just like pure dairy or whatever. But I was like, shit, man. Like, why does this hurt so much? What is triggering this? And then there was a good portion of it where I was like, oh, it's not lactose. Thank God. And then I went on their website and they were like, maybe cooked with dairy. Presumably butter. Could be milk steaks. And I was like, oh, you fucker, dude. Because you can deal with lactose intolerance by taking lactase, right? But I didn't know. So I took a bunch of stuff. I took one of every tablet I have and got back in bed and was like laying in bed. No, I was like, I'm not going to fall back asleep because I need to wait for all this like medicine to kick in. So I didn't even try. I just laid there and put on Marvel Snap on my phone. And then I was like, oh, I can text PB back. Because I was falling asleep. You know when you're texting someone and you're like falling asleep and you're like, I'll just get to it tomorrow. You know? That was happening to me. Sometimes it actually makes me not be able to fall asleep because there's a bit of my brain like, they're going to text you back, you know? And I'm like, yeah, I know, but it doesn't matter. We're talking about lipstick. It doesn't matter what it is, but my brain's like, but what if they text back right now? And I'm like, they will text back right now. But it doesn't matter. I can do it. It's irrelevant. That wasn't happening, but sometimes that does happen. Anyway, I was laying there and I fell asleep and I was like, oh, I'll text PB back. So I send her a message like, blah, 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 blah. Just send another text back because I'm just laying there, just in pain. And PB was like, oh my God, are you dying? And I was like, oh no. Because she hasn't heard from me at 3 a.m. for years. I've predominantly fixed myself in that way. And I was like, oh no, I'm not. I have a stomachache and I'm just waiting for my pain medication to kick in so I can go back to sleep. I'm laying here playing Marvel Snap on my phone. Hey PB, it's time to play Marvel Snap. He's gonna look so good on Friday. It just arrived, by the way. The costume is on the floor behind that door. Marvel Snap again. I love Marvel Snap. I'm such a big fan of it. What I love about it is that it isn't a 30-minute tactics, teamfight tactics game. It isn't a 15 to 20-minute Hearthstone game. It's a 3 to 5 minute game. You know, which you can play for half an hour, or you're like, I've literally got 3 minutes and I need something for my little fucking brain and hands to do. Because I'm still basically addicted to drugs and smoking and drinking. So my hands need to be doing some of those drugs, but the only thing I can really give that demon is Marvel Snap. So I'm going to give it Marvel Snap. But it's really good. It's also just it's the same guy that made Hearthstone Battlegrounds. I'm a big fan of Marvel Snap. I rate it. Do you know what I rate more? Mr. Beast Feastables. Available at your local retailer. Why not head on down and pick up a peanut butter or milk chocolate flavour? They come in multiple different flavours. Mr. Beast Feastables. It rhymes with beast, kinda. Do you want to play some D&D? Yeah, bro. In the middle of the week, Shadow sent me a song that he made on Suno again. Shadow just goes on varying AI websites and then messages me afterwards and goes, here you go. Here's a bunch of AI stuff that I made for you. And I go, why? And he goes, just shut up. You shut your mouth. And I go, you got it, pal. Whatever you say. You basically own the stream at this point, so whatever you want, I will do it. Now, he sent me a song that is like a recap of all of the entire season so far. And was like, here you go. Use this for the intro. And I went, sure. The intro is 1 minute 30 long. The song he sent me is... 4 minutes and 21 seconds long. So what do I do about that, Shadow? What do you want me to do with this? This is what happens when someone who isn't a designer or an editor or a creative type just thinks that when they watch a movie, they're like it just appeared on the screen in front of them. Shadow just watched Endgame and was not aware that an entire team of people put that film together. and was not aware that there was a bunch of people working on the CGI and stuff. He was just like, that was made with magic instantly, and now I'm gonna go about my day. Is that real? These are real, yeah. These aren't the ones with mold in, thank you. Those are called Lunchables. These are called Feastables. We wouldn't get mold in this country in ours, though. Oh, even if they were available, our food standards exist, whereas in the USA they don't. But no, those are for my little nephew. Those are for my little 3-year-old nephew. Well, actually, they're for my 7-year-old nephew. He's autistic, so he loves Mr. Beast. You know, he loves those videos and everything. It's just part of being autistic. Okay? You wouldn't understand. So you can keep being mean to him and Chetio if you want, but he's a 7-year-old autistic boy. So continue. Continue being horrible about him and saying horrible things about... This is what he wants. It's what he gets. If he wants Mr. Beast Feastables, that's what he gets. Alright? If he wants me to DM Mr. Beast on Twitter, I'll do it. He gets what he wants. I don't give a shit. But there's another one. A demonic younger one. And if he also doesn't get one, you know. I also have a sibling, and there's nothing worse than when, like, someone's like, I got this for you, and you're the sibling that didn't get one. You're like, huh? 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 Where's mine? That you gotta get. So I bought a bunch of them. I also bought my sister some. And my mum some. Not Feastables. They're vegan. I got them some a vegan chocolate box that was way too expensive. So I'm just going to arrive with a bunch of chocolate for them all. Like, you get a Feastable, and you get a Feastable, and you get a Feastable. So Shadow, what do you want me to fucking do with this? Huh? We're going to listen to the whole thing. Fucking hell. I wonder. You know what, man?
Arrives in Badger Brook, middle of the night. Sneaking in, observe the scene, staying out of sight. But magic wins with wily whims, command the chaos lore. A tavern flight, a tunnel slide, Leary comes ashore. One-on-one, it has begun, find your way, hello. Run and gun, let's start the fun, shoot away the foe. Leary Rice, the hero's light, a legend to be born. Spin the wheel, seal the deal, let the arrow soar.
We're a quarter of the way through.
Look around the tower, surely there is loot. A goblin spins in from above, he wears a speedy boot. A fight ensues, so Bruce is noosed, companion secured. Snufflap, the goblin's coming in, and he is blue. 2 on 2, could it be true? The legend finds its shape. A goblin eats his brother, it is just a normal day. Leary Rice, the hero's light.
I like that bit. I hope it stays in.
Spin the wheel, seal the deal, Snufflap know his might.
I wonder if it can generate what I need. No. God, I hate editing it when everything's not on here. Because all of this is normally on another screen. Like, all of this stuff, when I'm editing normally, is on this screen. When I edit on one screen so that it's capturable for the stream, it is so confusing to look at. It's crazy. This is taking longer than I thought it would take, to be honest. This is a 4-minute long song, Shadow. Put producer of the Brad Woto stream on your CV. Let's see what it can do.
An ocean witch throws a pitch to soothe the ailing soul. Appease the sleeping giant snake, return the pearl once more. Leary dives, gets caught alive, flees and books the pearl. While fighting on the ocean floor, something has occurred. Free on free, now who is he? A paladin has come. Lancelot with Arundite, allegiance forged anon.
This is a Retrosphere intro.
The hero's light engulfs the northern land.
An orcish intro. They have no concept of like cutting it down. I'm installing Blender right now. Yeah, this is how easy it is, right? This is what it should have been for you. Ben. Name it.
Returning back to Badger Brook, a tavern sounds just right. Relieve some stress and find some rest. Partaking
This is
in
what we'll play
delight.
every time, yeah.
Instead unknown and eidolon, demanded is their time.
This intro is a recap, yeah. It's a good one too. He sent me the actual lyrics. I salute you, right.
Throughout the endless night, with bow and skull and truth unfold, ready for the fight. Roll the dice, let winds entice as legend becomes lore. Find your score with help in store. That's what friends are for.
Nothing about giving money to Brad yet, which has pissed me off. If I'm honest with you. Let's giving money to Brad. Very good, Shadow. Good work, but too long. We can't play that every week, can we? So what if we remix this and just see what happens? We make it 1 minute 29 long. See what it does. See if it can do it. Can you do that? 1 minute. I guess if we make it like 1 minute 35. No, 1 minute 30. No, 1 minute 33. No. So we have two options. 1 minute 35. Oh, there we go. That might have to be it. It has about 10 spin the wheels. That's true. Yeah, you're right. So these are where it's cut it up. It's removed some significant chunks here, which means it's going to jump straight to what, like the tavern arc. Wasted a full 21 seconds on just intro.
Returning back to Badger Brook, a tavern sounds just
Just
right.
straight jump straight to the tavern. Dude, an anime. An anime where it just jumps straight to the end of what's going to happen in the show. You ever watch an anime and you're watching the first episode, you have no idea what it's about, and it shows you everything that's going to happen in the entire season and the final episode in the intro.
Their time, a batting ray, a mother laid, a lie with purchase found. Of court and drew the former slave, the latter turned around. 4-on-4 with howling roar, Rochelle joins the fray. With better calls prepared for all, what is there to say? Leary Rice, the hero's light, engulfs the tavern floor. Spin the wheel, seal the deal, roll the dice once more. Rice, Leary Rice, the hero's light.
Remember, I'll release all of the songs for just the low price of $500, including this one.
Roll the dice, let winds what friends are for.
We can probably tidy up the ending. Maybe just slow it down. Slow down. Oh, I'm so tired. Jesus. There you go. Shadow the Wreck God. If you think I'm doing any more to it than that, by the way, Shadow. I don't know what you think this stream is. I don't know if you think I have enough spare time in the week to edit a proper intro for this. I don't. Because if you want to watch real D&D with a real intro and effort, you'll have to tune in to upcoming Untitled Table Story Project 33, which I will be running at some point. And if I spend any time on this one, PB is going to fire me. Alright? Let me export this intro. My nose as well, since yesterday, has been like tickly nose. Since yesterday morning, which I'm like, that's some allergy bullshit. But what allergy bullshit? What is happening to me? Impossible to figure out. There was a point where I was really struggling with coming up with a name for this new show, to the point where I was honestly just going to call it Untitled Table Story Project 33. Because I couldn't do it. I couldn't name it. And then PB named it on this Friday, just the Friday just gone. She went, call it this. And I went, fuck, dude. I've been sat there for about 6 months trying to come up with a name. And she was like, just this, the simplest name of all time. And I was like, you fucking bitch. I need that. Unlike Whack, who's the opposite. Whack can't start pre-production in any capacity until he knows the name. Sometimes I come up with mine like halfway through. The only thing that's annoying about it is that when I'm like putting the stuff together, all of the folders are named Untitled Table Story Project 33 and I can't change them, otherwise it does all that unlinking shit. Yeah, Untabled Project titled Table Story Project 33 now has a name and was officially named by Pumpkin Berry. So if you don't like the name, you can go and tell her that, because I don't fucking give a shit. Name it Dragon Tales. I don't even know if there's going to be a dragon in it, let alone Dragon Tales. So that is a good name for the dragon show we were going to do, PB. Do you like the name? If I didn't like it, I wouldn't. I'd just say no. I'd be like, shut up, PB. Shut the fuck up, PB. Your shit idea of a name. You shut up. That's what I'd say. It's the best name. It's the best name, trust me. It's by far the best name you could ever imagine for the show. It's going to be, you're just going to see the name and be like, oh, it's called that? Okay, but it is the best name, trust me. Just trust me. Trust PB. Don't trust me, trust PB. Alright, this is intro video 4. Oh, fuck it, let's just play D&D.
Badger Brook, a tavern sounds just right. Relieve some stress and find some rest, partaking in delight. Instead a gnome and eidolon, demanded is their time. A bandit raid, a mother laid, a lie with purchase found. Of Cord and Drew, the former slave, the latter turned around. 4-on-4 with howling roar, Rochill joins the fray. With better calls prepared for all, what is there to say? Leary Rice, the hero's light, engross the tavern floor. Spin the wheel, seal the deal, roll the dice once more. Rice, Leary Rice, the hero's light, throughout the endless night. With bow and skull, let truth unfold, ready for the fight. Roll the dice, let winds entice, as legend becomes lore. Find your score with help in store, that's what friends are for.
Guys, roll initiative. We continue with the ambush. The fight at the tavern. This is Twitch Plays D&D. You can get involved if you want. ! Roll D20 in the chat room will allow you to roll dice. You are playing as the titular character, Leary. At the moment, currently, the quest is defend the tavern from the bandits. Waves of bandits are attacking the tavern. You chose to have Lancelot defend the front door. You chose to have Kara the Silent defend the rear door. Fuck me. And Leary decided to defend the large open window. During wave 2, two thugs, these big Elmo-looking bugbear creatures, Drew and Cord, jumped in through the window and began fighting with Leary. You managed to convince Drew to kill his own brother by convincing him that he had slept with his mother. And Drew then became a party member. And he will become a permanent... He's a temporary party member right now. He'll become a permanent party member if he survives the ambush. At the end of last week, 8 ninjas jumped in the window. Right? That's what I wrote down. So that's what's happening. Drew gets a turn. Drew's in the fight. That's his image. That's what he looks like. That's not what I wanted though. I wanted this. He goes on a 12 as well. Who has the higher dex score? 11 on Drew. Three on Leary. So Leary goes first. Now. More bandits have arrived. 8 of them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Flipping in through the window like ninjas. I'm not going to roll for each of them. I'm going to roll for one of them. And they're all going to go on the same turn. A 9. Each bandit here is hostile to you. Oh, and they got a surprise round, didn't they? This is not looking good for Leary and Drew. A surprise round means they get a free attack. The same thing happens to Kara the Silent and Lancelot. as several of these live-looking bandits flip into the windows and start dancing around as they begin fighting with these bandits that belong to a group known as Martin's Free Men. Let's start with a spin before Shadow tries to kill me after the morning he's had here. Something good. Now this is a minor wish. What would you like to happen? It can only be a small thing, but it can be anything. Nothing game breaking, but some small minor effect. What would you like? We aren't, in fact, surprised. Drew rages like a barbarian. Be cool if I could copy anything. It's the most annoying thing ever in this Twitch chat. Drew rages like a barbarian. 1d6 ninjas slip on banana peels and fall prone. The enemy is, in fact, surprised. A couple of the bandits fell over as they rushed in. One of the bandits stumbles and falls on another bandit. You've all said the same thing here, which means that it's going to dilute down all of those options. It's one of the bandits' birthdays, so they're in a merciful mood. A few get stunned. A couple of bandits tripped coming through the windows, losing some HP. Some bandits are scared of Drew. Choice is yours. What would you like to happen? You can vote in the chat room to determine what happens of these effects. Whichever one the democratic elected people vote for will happen. Starting the day off with something good. Thank you for the subs. Dirky Dirk, Naya Sven, Cutterslade, Shadow, Tom, Jaeger. Purchased you a spin and something good is happening. Every 10 subs we spin the wheel and a random effect will happen. What will it be? What could it be? We just don't know, because that's in the future and we're living in the present. Most of us. Most of us. Can Lyri and the comrades of Lyri defend the tavern? 1d6 ninjas slip on banana peels and fall prone. One d6, 5 of them. This guy, prone. 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 There's liquid on the floor. Liquid. As they jump in through the window, a bunch of them, cartoonishly, legs kicking up in the air, slip on this stale beer and mead. Falling on their bums and coccyx. They immediately stand back up because it's a surprise round, using half of their movement. And then an onslaught of attacks begins. I love that. See, normally I would have said something about it, but so many of the options were this that I decided to allow it. And now you're all regretting everything that you've ever done. In they come. 4 attacking Drew. 4 attacking Lyri. Look at that. On the surprise round. Here we go. 4 attacks towards Drew with scimitars drawn. Drew's AC is 11. 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit, 4 hits on Drew. Yeah. I don't know how you're getting out of this one. Good luck. You had the greatest opportunity and you blew it. You were given a minor wish. First attack, 4 slashing damage. Second attack, 3 slashing damage. Third attack, 2 slashing damage. Fourth attack, 5 slashing damage. For a grand total, Drew is on 28 of 32 HP. So that is 5, 10, 14. Is that right? He's down to 14 HP. You trusted us. And we failed you. A bunch of ninjas. Bandits. Bandit clothing ninjas. Suddenly swarm Drew. Oh, listen, boys. Why don't you just join us? This person's very nice. Doesn't know Leary's name, I don't think, yet. Meanwhile, they draw a bunch of swords and just start stabbing him. Like, which one is it? Caligula. Caesar. Caesar. Oh! Many slices to Drew. And now we see if any of them can hit Leary. Leary's AC is currently 18, but first you want to spin the wheel. Oof. You're feeling it, aren't you? You're feeling the pressure. I can tell when you're feeling the pressure because you start getting desperate. You start getting desperate for a Deus Ex. Which really works well for my bottom line, but also is hilarious. Shadow, Nyanar, and Penny have purchased this wheel spin. Let's see. Can it stop you from being stabbed to death? Ooh. That was very close to, what is that, encounter? You get an instant potion. Random potion generator. Generate. An oily liquid that is wheat in color appears. The hilt of a magic sword, its container. The liquid magically appear in the spell wind blowing, and this hilt of a sword with a sort of a stopper in the top appears in front of Leary. The stopper coming undone, and the liquid pouring all over Leary. The effects... liquid. The effects... instant. Thank you, Crastian, for that subscription. The potion effect is... the drinker becomes extremely physically ugly for 1d4 hours. The potion of Orcish. For the next 3 hours, Leary is extremely ugly. Leary's beautiful face twists and shifts and change is into that of twitch.tv/Orcish. I'm going to make the bandits make a Constitution saving throw. The 4 bandits that are attacking Leary here each have to make a Constitution saving throw. A DC of 10. 111. A 14. A natural 1. And a 16. This one immediately vomits looking up and seeing Orcish's face, blue hair, shield and sword in one hand. This bandit, ninja mask over their face, begins to vomit. He vomits so heavily and so violently that it ruptures him, and he takes 1d4 ugly damage. 2 damage to this bandit. The other bandits all chime in. Oh, you're the ugliest person I've ever seen. Hey, that's the ugliest person I've ever seen. Oh, it's physically repulsive. Kill it. And they start stabbing. Can you defend against them? Lyri's AC is 18 with this shield. Here they come. 4 attacks. An 18, 1 hit. A 19, 2 hits. A natural 1. Roll me a d20, chat. We'll take the first number, whatever it is that comes up. And a 15, a miss. 2 hits. 7 slashing damage. 5 slashing damage. 12 slashing damage to Lyri. Down to 18 HP. There's 2 strike true. Defending against 1. As the sword comes in, Lyri brings the shield up and the sword glances off of the adamantite shield. The one that is disgusted, I think, probably gets the natural 1, vomiting and swinging wildly. A 3. Let's see what happens to him. A 3. He goes off balance and he will have disadvantage on his next attack as well. Disadvantage on his next attack. That's the surprise round. Over. Now, we go into the turn order tree. Lyri is able to do something here. Surrounded by 8 bandits, 4 of which are directly engaged with Lyri, 4 of which are directly engaged with Drew. Each bandit 11 HP. There's no route. You cannot escape. They've actually pinned you both in. There's no running unless you do some like you can try. Obviously, you can try anything if you want. But these bandits are picking away at you. 18 out of 46 HP. 14 out of 32 HP on Drew. So let's see. What does Lyri do on Lyri's turn? I'll give you the classic options first. You can attack 1 with the rapier. It has Vex on it. You don't... Let me remind myself where we were at with all the other stuff as well. You don't have a second wind. You don't have any spell scroll slots, or your spell scroll is now Spare the Dying. So it's you know, unlimited. Unlimited. And equipped in your item slot, you have the Cloak of the Hunter and the Mantle of Spell Resistance and the Potion of Temporary Hit Points. It'll cost you an action to switch to a different item. The Potion of Temporary Hit Points, if you were to drink it on this turn or on any turn, will give you 1d10 temporary hit points, which means there is a possibility there would just be 1. So, let me give you the classic options here. So, you don't have an action surge. There's no point in using your scroll. You could use the dodge action, which will give them disadvantage on all their attacks against you. You could take the Potion of Temporary Hit Points, and you could summon Diablos. You also would like to use the skill Give Money. Spinning the wheel. Let's see what you get. Thank you very much. You get another instant potion. Dabiru and Kumagi have decided to purchase another instant potion. Let's see. Ooh. Ocean. A chunky liquid that is pea green in color. The potion container suddenly appearing within the spell window. A palm-sized oak barrel floats through the air, attached to a short length of thin rope in such a way that it can be worn as a necklace. However, the barrel opens up. Liquid pours out, pea green liquid, and covers Lyri. For the next 1d4 hours, that's a 2, fire damage heals you instead of hurts you. Fire damage heals you instead of hurts you. Take a look at your items again, because this might affect, I think, what you want to do. The way that you guys, yeah, the love-hate relationship with fire. In terms of items that are able to produce a flame, let's see what you've got. You don't have any spells or anything that allow you to produce a flame, but let's have a look at what you have in your items. If maybe some of these things can do stuff. You have 10 torches. You have a couple of candles. And a portable campfire. What does that do? A magic device that ignites with a command word, burns without fuel for 8 hours. The curse of the flickering flame is on you as well. Flames near the cursed creature dim or flicker, reducing the light radius of torches or lanterns. So I think we should put an option in here that is unpack portable campfire underneath Lyri. Unpack and activate. Well, I guess we'll just put activate. Right? Self-immolate. Flame on. What are all of their names, by the way? Discover all of the bandits' names is also a thing you can do with an action. There's 8 of them. How much damage does it deal, though? I don't think any of us know that. How far is the nearest blaze from us in this bar? It looks like there's one right there behind this bandit on that table. 10 feet away is a small lamp. Wear the ugly sweater. Ugly combo times 2. We have a curse that lets us know them. I know. But you have to sit there and go, that guy's called this. 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 How long did that take? Sounds like 6 seconds to me. Every turn is 6 seconds. Bluff. Tell the bandits that only fire can kill you. And laugh in their faces. You have been cut open with, and you are bleeding. But the bar was set on fire last session, yeah? The roof is on fire. The outside roof. Thatch roof is on fire, yeah. But that's... It's 2 stories, so... That's like, what, 24 feet up? Any other options? Scream. And try to fear them away using Lyri's ugly face. Okay. There you go. There's your options. What does Lyri do? We'll take the second roll from the chat. Oh no, we're not rolling. Never mind. We're just voting. This is how tired I am. It's crazy how tired I am. I wonder what that means. What does that mean that happens to me on Saturdays? I get so stressed. I'm normally very relaxed on Saturdays as well, because I don't have to do anything. I wake up and I'm like, oh, there's no like stress that I have to work on this, or no stress that I have to be done for a stream, and maybe it's just the stress of running this D&D game. It gets to me in the middle of the night. It doesn't, I don't think. This stream is slightly more stressful than the other streams I do in the week, but not that bad. It's the first day back at work after a day off. Why does it affect my sleep? Why am I always struggling to sleep on Saturday nights? It's probably just the stress of the week catching up with me and just crippling me in bed. And let me tell you something. If you keep dressing like that, I'll cripple you in bed too. Right there, I could. Come on. It was. Activate portable campfire underneath Illyri. Illyri reaches into the pack slung over one shoulder and pulls out a modern day looking portable campfire. Throwing it down on the ground. Pulling out a modern lighter. Lights it. The butane goes. Now let's see. How much damage? How much fire damage? How much fire damage would a portable campfire do to a creature in D&D? When standing directly onto it? The damage from environmental hazards like standing on a portable campfire is not explicitly detailed in the rules, so it falls to the DM's discretion. However, we can estimate based on similar environmental hazards described in the game. Fire damage. From being directly on or in flames like a small fire or a bonfire typically deals 1d4 to 1d6 damage per round of exposure, depending on the intensity of the fire. Standing on the fire, stationary exposure. A creature standing directly on the campfire and not moving away takes 1d4 fire damage per round. Lingering effects. If a creature's clothing or gear catches fire, they may take 1d4 fire damage at the start of their turn until they use an action to extinguish the flames. Okay, you're now a vampire. I think you heal 1d4 damage at the start of your turn. But you are fully on... The flames start creeping up Illyri's legs. The bandits are looking around like, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck? Oh, what the fuck is going on? Flames start crawling up Illyri's legs. Drew, fighting off the other bandit, says, oh, you're on fire. And Illyri says, I know. And then we need that. We need that song again, don't we? First of all, we need this sound. The burning. The flames crawl up Illyri's body, catching light to the clothing that Illyri is wearing, destroying the clothes. I'm going to be fair and say that you discard your bag so that everything in it isn't destroyed by this flame. The clothing that Illyri is wearing is destroyed. The flames crawling up higher. Lyri's hair catching fire. A flaming being stands before you. This Aasimar. The wounds across Lyri's body begin to heal. What the fuck is going on? The bandits say. A great state of fear crossing over their faces. Lyri holding the sword and shield in hand as the flames burn away the armor. What armor is Lyri wearing, actually? I feel like it's metal. Leather. Uh-oh. You're gonna have to roll some checks for that on your turn, because that could reduce your AC. It's now Drew's turn, because there's nothing else you can do on your turns. Drew will fight. This is how you get a Fire Ganassi. Do you want Fire Ganassis? Because this is how you get Fire Ganassis. What is the AoE of the campfire? Less than 5 feet. It's a small little portable campfire. Okay, you're on fire. And it is Drew's turn. Drew will attack one of these guys. He has pack tactics, so he has advantage on the attack. These are not small animals. He does have a big beer stein. Striking. A 13 will hit this guy and deal killing him. Damn. Drew just brings up this huge beer stein, this tankard in his hand, and just brings it down flat, the bottom of the beer tankard on top of this guy's head. It compresses his neck. His head crushed into his shoulders. His eye pops out. Bringing the tankard back again for another strike. This guy falls backwards. Fully dead, one strike. Drew screaming. Alright. That's the end of Drew's turn. Here come the bandits again. The bandits, 3 of them now alive, will attack Drew. 1, 2, 3. Another natural 1. Roll me a d20, chat. Take the first number. He's got an 11 AC, so that's 2 hits. 1, 2 hits, dealing 7 slashing damage. He's down to 7 HP. 2 slices of scimitars. And then a devastating fail from one of these guys as they roll yet another natural 1. And I have a fumble table here that's on a d20. We can just take the first number that comes up for this. A 17. Worn out. Take 1 point of exhaustion. This guy's exhausted. It's been a long day, alright? We've been travelling all this time, and I'm bloody knackered, he says. The 4 bandits around Lyri will now attempt to attack Lyri. One of them has disadvantage, so we can start with him. A natural 1. Roll me another one. And then 3 more attacks. Have to beat an 18. A 6, a 10, and a 20. So 1 will hit, and not a natural 20, a dirty 20. The 20 will hit, dealing another 7 slashing damage. Lyri down to 11 HP. And then you also roll an 11. You expose your weak spot. Your foe has advantage on your next attack. and this was the guy with disadvantage. So he had disadvantage, which is now off, but now has advantage to be struck by Lyri. The others miss. One finds Purchase running a sword along Lyri's side. The flames beginning to heal it immediately. At the beginning of your turn, you will heal 1d4 from the flames. 2. You're up to 13 HP. It is your turn. This guy, you would have advantage to hit if you wanted to hit him with a melee attack. Otherwise, there are all of these guys still standing around you. 13 HP on Lyri out of 46. 7 HP on Drew. What does Lyri do? Attack with Rapier, dodge, potion of temporary HP, summon Diablos, activate the portable campfire you've done, discover all of the bandits' names, wear the ugly sweater for an ugly combo ×2, bluff, tell the bandits that only fire can kill you and laugh in their faces, scream and try to fear them away using Lyri's ugly face. Any other suggestions from the chat? Lyri does an evil being speech. Is there any fire when Diablos is summoned? No. Diablos is a weird demon creature that appears in a swarm of bats. Wrap arms around one bandit and fall underneath him, shielding yourself and burning him. I don't know how that's going to work. That seems complex. Complex things are still viable, but might be harder to pull off. Do you have any oil? Let me have a quick look. Oil. No. You have a book, but you don't have any oil. You do have booze, but you don't have any, like... You have, like, beer. Beer is not really flammable, is it? You have... I believe an ale and a tin of Foster's. So not really any flammable ale. There's alcohol behind the bar, but you're trapped. Will the alcohol in the vomit catch on fire? What alcohol in the vomit are you talking about? Alright, we'll go with this then. Attack with the Rapier, dodge, potion of temporary HP, summon Diabolos, discover all of the bandits' names, wear the ugly sweater for an ugly combo ×2, bluff, tell the bandits that only fire can kill you and laugh in their faces, scream and try to fear them away using Lyri's ugly face. Lyri does a big evil speech, wrap arms around one bandit and fall underneath him, shielding yourself, burning him. Are the options. An adventurer's inn, one would assume there are shots everywhere. Go for Jägermeister. Yes, but this is early morning. All of the late night Jägermeister shots were cleared away. So I'd imagine that all of the hard liquor is behind the bar, which is across on the other side of the room from where you are, and you're currently surrounded by bandits. I think you could technically pass through Drew and over the dead body of the bandit, but you'd take so many attacks of opportunity. What would you like to do? The choice is yours. plan is to summon Diabolos. So be it. This is literally what happens. A visual for you. A fucking demon appears in a swarm of bats and launches a ball of black energy at each of the bandits. Now, what does it do again? I know this is going to be a nightmare for me. I remember it being a nightmare for me to work out. Summoning. Where are you? Didn't I make it? Oh, it's here. The Diabolos summon. Summon Diabolos once per long rest. As an action, the wielder of the summon artifact can summon Diabolos. When summoned, he appears in a flash of dark energy, hovering ominously over the battlefield for a brief moment before unleashing his signature ability, Dark Messenger. Is it called Dark Messenger? Isn't it called... Maybe it is. It is called Dark Messenger. Diabolos acts immediately upon being summoned, then vanishes back to his own realm. Effect: all enemy creatures within a 60-foot radius, which might even cover some of the ones that are outside of the battle. They're not really in the battle. Of the point Diabolos is summoned, must succeed on a Constitution saving throw, which is DC 8, plus the artifact wielder's proficiency bonus, plus their spellcasting ability. On a failed save, each creature takes current hit points are reduced by 25% rounded down. On a successful save, a creature's current hit points are reduced by 10% instead. The reduction cannot lower a creature below 1 hit point. Dark Messenger has no effect on creatures that are immune to necrotic damage. Dark Messenger has no effect on creatures with legendary resistances. Okay. Here we go. Let's go clockwise from the exhausted one. Con saves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And they have to beat... God damn it, I closed it. You... Right. They have to beat a 13. Fail. Fail. Make, fail. So fail, fail, fail. These three. They're all on 11. What is 25% of 11? ChatGPT. What is 25% of 11? They take 2 damage. The rest take 1 damage. Maybe we should boost. You know what? The more you use Diabolos, the more chance there is of getting the boost thing. And it will go up to 50% when you have established a relationship with Diabolos. I think I'm going to add it to the wheel spin. That's better. Add category. Boost Diabolos. Add category. Level up companion. Bam. 2 new categories added to the wheel spin. Boost Diablos. Let's say 10% boost Diablos. That's more like it, baby. All right, what do we got? Wheel spin? Courtesy of Dabiru and Shadow. Let's see if you can boost him. If you get a boost of Diabolos, it immediately restores him. In this, I don't know if that's a rule going forward. Wish. You are so jammy. You guys are so goddamn jammy. Jammy Dodgers. It's Drew's turn, but it's a wish. Wish granted. What do you want? Long rest. Instant long rest. What do you want? Win D&D. The bandits start to pray for mercy. Become God. A ham and cheese sandwich with a pack of Quavers and 5 jammy Dodgers. Flammable booze. Diablos has a second form and helps us again. The ninjas turn into kids with ninja costumes and toy weapons. The bandits flee, intimidated by Lyri's flaming visage. Drew levels up. Fire spreads to all enemies and crits on heal. Hellfire Diabolos. The choice is yours. Which wish would you like to be granted? An instant long rest. Win D&D. The bandits start to pray for mercy. Become God. A ham and cheese sandwich with a pack of Quavers and 5 jammy Dodgers. Flammable booze. Diablos has a second form and helps us again. The ninjas turn into kids with ninja costumes and toy weapons. The bandits flee, intimidated by Lyri's flaming visage. Drew levels up. Fire spreads to all enemies and crits on heal, or Hellfire Diabolos. The choice is yours. I'm going to unplug my Go XLR for the next campaign I run and do all of my own sound effects. Which wish would you like? La 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 la. So sorry, I'm very tired again today. And the entire OST. Bum 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 ba da dun 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 dun. It's just what Shazalenko has to watch when she watches my VODs on the second channel. Alright, what are you going for? The ninjas turn into kids with ninja costumes. Oh, this one's the same. Alright, I'll roll a D2. 1 is an instant long rest. 2, the ninjas turn into kids. Jesus Christ. 1 D2. 2. Each of these ninjas. What the fuck is even going on here? What was that? Some sort of demon or something? I can't do a kid voice.
Is that gonna be a demon? I need to do a wee wee. Excuse me? What? Can I go to the toilet, please? And then another kid behind Leary says, is that Mr. Beast Feastables? And then another kid in front of Drew is honestly about to be annihilated by Drew. Drew is raging. He's on 7 HP. He brings up the tankard and brings it down. He's about to crush and destroy this child. I ask you. I ask you this question and this question alone. Okay? I ask you the question, Anakin, do you slaughter the younglings? It's a yes or no answer. And the choice is yours. You can let them go, or you can slaughter them all. PB was instant on that, by the way. The most fucked up person in the chat room. Someone came out of Lurk. Mr. 3ad. Mr. 3ad. Not a word, by the way. It's an E. It's a 3. Grow up. Came out of Lurk. Specifically to type 1. Choice is yours, chat. Do you slaughter the younglings? So yes or no. Do you have another wheel spin? You do. Bew. Qmargi paid for another one and I missed it. We'll do it immediately after this. I actually thought I'm saving children. Oh, wow. The guilt you will feel if this ticks over. You get lucky. No. The kids just run away. You know, like kids just will run away, and there's that like kids running and laughing sound effect .mp3 that is overused in every game and movie. Let's get out of here, guys. These guys are scary.
Leary puts a hand to Drew, who is about to crush one of these children, and stops it from happening. And all these little kids in Halloween ninja costumes and little wooden swords and plastic swords run out the window.
See ya! See ya, idiots!
You defeated him. Congratulations. Jammy little bastards. This is your XP accrued, by the way. That's what this is. That's why they're up here. How much XP have you gained? I think all of the other ninjas fucking run away as well, because why wouldn't they? Lancelot swings his enormous longsword towards one of these ninjas that turns into a child. The sword aiming for the hip of this larger man swings over the top of a child as it transforms. Kara the Silent, the orc defending the rear door, confused, saying nothing. All of these children scatter out of the door. Leary, 13 HP out of 46. Drew, 7 HP out of 32. Now, there's some downtime stuff that you can do here. This is round 3.
Round 3. Fight.
So the first thing that happens is that you roll me a d20 to see if you heal. Chat. I'll roll one for Drew as well. A 7 means he gets... he gets 1d4 HP back. 3. He goes up to 10. Let's see what you get. Between each wave, you have a brief chance to recover. Let's see if you get any recovery in. Oh, an 18. You get the effects of a full potion of healing, which is 2d4 plus 2. 7. And you get a second wind. You regain the use of a second wind. Well, you instantly use an additional second wind right now. So that's 1d10 plus 3. 12. So you're up to 32 HP. Pretty good. The flame also heals you for 1d4, so long as you don't move, and you get an extra 4 HP. You're up to 36. Flaming. Now I'm going to roll a d2 here. On a 1, your leather armor is consumed and burned up. The leather armor is destroyed. You are now armorless and naked. Losing the leather armor reduces your AC to 17 from 18. And that is when... Oh, no, we got some NPC stuff that we can do in Wave 3. I'm going to roll 2 d20s. For Lancelot. And 9. Lancelot takes damage. He takes a d6 of damage. He's showing some wear and tear. Well, not really. He took 3 damage. He's fine. And Kara the Silent does not. Right. Now we roll a d8 to determine how the next wave begins. A 2 is time. Appearing in the window. Appearing in the doorway. A slew of bandits rush the door. Lancelot, holding his sword up, begins to face off against the next wave. The same thing at the rear door. However, at the window, you see the very average frame. The almost forgettably average form of the Bandit King, Watson the Box, real name, Martin Freeman. Wielding a full set of plate armor. And a long sword, and a short sword, and a heavy crossbow. he appears. And I'm going to need you to roll initiative.
Round 4. Fight.
Martin appears in the doorway and says, well, you've held your own for a good amount of time. But I think it's time we take what we came here to claim. He steps in the doorway and says, I'm very disappointed in you, Drew. Drew says,
Oh, I don't care anymore. I'm just gonna kill you and then I'm gonna sleep. I feel sleepy.
he's all injured, he's cut up. Leary, standing on a portable fire, completely on fire, holds up the shield, holds up the rapier. It is time to face off against Martin Freeman. Drew on an initiative of 14. Martin Freeman on an initiative of 6. And Leary on an initiative of 16. Means opening up this combat falls to you people. What does Leary do? Now bear in mind, I wonder if I can put like a little flame. That is where the campfire is. To engage Martin Freeman, one must step off of the campfire. Which I guess would mean you're no longer just in open flame. Open flames will heal you for 1d4 at the beginning of your turn if you're standing on that spot. I think you might get one round of it before it goes out naturally if you step off of it. Now the options are approach and attack with the rapier. Use the dodge action to give yourself advantage. Give him disadvantage to hit you. Drink the potion of temporary HP. Any other suggestions? Hello, Scarvy Knight. The scroll is spare the dying. Run to the contour of booze. Intimidate. Also known as talk a bit of shit. Before we get down to business. Move back and equip the ugly spare. Does it have any properties? Yes, it will give you the combo, the ugly combo bonus of ×2. I'm still new to this thing, so I hope you can teach me a bit. Strap in, baby. Let's see what you can learn. You also have a spin. Try and drop kick him out the window. Any other suggestions? Alright, I'll let you do this, then we'll spin the wheel. Attacking him with the rapier, melee attack. Dodging. Potion of temporary HP. Run to the contour of booze. Intimidate him. Talk a bit of shite before we get down to business. Move back and equip the ugly sweater, giving you an ugly combo bonus of ×2. Try and drop kick him out the window. What are we doing, by the way? You are on the 4th round of a COD Zombies style wave of bandits attacking a tavern, and you're facing the boss. This is the first round of facing the boss. You get a bunch of choices of what to do here. You can vote for them by typing the number next to the thing you want to vote for in the chat room. If you want to gift subs, you'll spin a wheel. That's what that wheel spin is up there, and random things will happen. Otherwise, you basically just get a bunch of options. Your character is Lyri, a fighter. You have one companion known as Drew, who's very injured. And you are currently naked and on fire because you have a temporary bonus from a potion that fire will heal you. The plan here is, I saw it, and then I accidentally double-clicked. Equip the ugly sweater. Reaching down for the bag which you had to discard. I'm going to give you this. Thank you, Andy, for the sub. Thank you so much, Qmargi, Bubu, and Jaeger for the wheel spin. It is about to happen. You grab the ugly sweater and put it on. And move back. Okay, I'll allow it. You move out of the flame. Put on the ugly sweater. And then look up. The face of Orcish. The ugly Christmas sweater that you got from Gary. Martin Freeman has no choice but to roll a Constitution saving throw or become stunned for the round. The DC will be Lyri's spellcasting, 13. He's got to beat a 13 on this con check. He has a +2. Let's see if he can do it. God, 17. He looks at Lyri, vomits into his mouth, and swallows it down like that guy in that Scandinavian interview, and says, I've seen uglier things than you before. Unfortunately, he is not stunned. It's time to spin the wheel. You get an item. Roll me a d20, chat. You do get an item. If you roll an 8, it's a vial of oil. We'll take the second roll. We can flush out all the previous ones. So this is how you can roll a d20 in the chat. You simply type the word !roll d20 in the chat room, and it will roll a d20 and pick one winner, and you'll see the winning roll will come up, an 8. What? You're kidding. You get a vial of oil. Oh, what?
And here we go. I hope you're hungry for nothing.
That's the sound I wanted, the second one. A vial of oil appears in Lyri's hand. But it is the end of your turn. It's Drew's turn. Drew, mad, wild and frenzied, a giant angry bird bugbear man, dives at Martin Freeman and attempts to hit him with the big beer stein. No pack tactics. He does not have an ally within 5 feet, so he simply tries to strike him. A natural 1, chat. Roll me a d20. I can't look. I've got a fumble table of d20 fumbles. It's going to happen to Drew here. God. Damn it. A 6. Your weapon is damaged. -1 damage until it's repaired. The Beerstein cracks on the plate armor. Is he in plate armor? What did I say he's got on? Splinters the Beerstein. Currently doing 1d6 plus 4. The broken big Beerstein. It's now Martin Freeman's turn. He has multi-attack. And he is going to attempt to strike out at Drew. Drew's AC is 11. A 15. He hits. He deals 11 slashing damage. Guys. Do we have sad music? Do we have sad music? Drew rushes forward. The Beerstein in his hand cracking as he stumbles backwards. Many wounds on him from the previous battle. Martin Freeman reaches out casually, grabbing Drew, spinning Drew around, and looking in Leary's eye, brings up the longsword and runs it across Drew's neck. Blood. As Drew falls to the ground in slow motion. His huge red hand landing and the Beerstein rolling across the ground. Martin Freeman smiles at you. Smirks in the way that Tim would do in the office. Drew is dead. I think he starts pacing across the ground towards you. It's now Leary's turn. No, it's not. It's still his turn. He has multi-attack. He moves casually across the room, bringing the sword up and swinging the longsword at Leary. With an 18, he hits. 8 slashing damage. Another smirk. It is now Leary's turn. You get 1d4 healing from being on fire. And then the flames go out. Because you're no longer standing on the campfire. It is now Leary's turn. What does Leary do? The choice is yours. Now, I'll ask straight away, do you want to move back onto the campfire, yes or no? As part of your movement turn. Mad Gab, thank you for the 42-month resubscription. Andy, thank you for the 78. Yes. Obviously, yes. The flames creep up, catching the ugly sweater. Now, drop kicking him out of the window no longer means anything. It's already too late to talk shit. You've equipped the ugly sweater. Break the oil on the ground, maximizing the area of spillage. Douse Martin in oil. Move to Drew and cast Spare the Dying. Flask Oil Time Baby, already in there. Kick the fire kit to Freeman and throw the oil bottle while rushing towards him. Look for the documentary crew he keeps smirking at. Choice is yours. Which one do you want to do? You can attack him, you can dodge, you can use a potion, you can run to the contour of booze, you can intimidate, you can break the oil on the ground, maximizing the area of spillage. You can douse Martin in oil. You can move to Drew and cast Spare the Dying. You can kick the fire kit to Freeman and throw the oil bottle while rushing towards him. You can look for the documentary crew that he keeps smirking at. April, thank you for the 42 months. How are you doing, April? How are the Ninja Turtles? And how are the Ninja Turtles? What do you guys want to do? Shadow the Ret God has gifted 1 sub to Awuga Plays. Shadow says there's only one thing left to do. Roll to boost Diablos again. You're going to move to Drew and cast Spare the Dying. Alright. Stepping off of the flames and moving over to Drew, you move out of the attack of opportunity here for Martin Freeman, who is going to swing his longsword at you again and miss you. Leary sliding in next to Drew. Pulls out the only scroll that you have. Spare the Dying. What does Spare the Dying do? Spare the Dying, 5e. You touch a living creature that has 0 hit points, he's dead. The creature becomes stable. This spell has no effect on undead or constructs. Roll me a d20, chat. If you can roll between a 15 and a 20, it works. Because he's an NPC, and I don't know what the rules are, but in NPCs actually don't survive Spare the Dyings, and he's not officially a companion yet until the end of this. So I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna be nice guy DM. Wag Steven wouldn't let you do this, remember? If you can roll higher than a 15, the chance that he hasn't quite slipped away yet. The day you slipped away. Remember that song? Even I don't remember it. Apparently. Keep rolling. Or is that it? A 5? Oh. Pulling the scroll out. All in slow motion. All in silence, no dialogue, but Lyri's lips moving, speaking the words on the scroll. A hand to the chest of Drew. The other one holding the scroll up and speaking. The spell casts, but has no effect. Drew is dead. There was a rule. There was a rule that Drew had to survive this combat in order to become a full-fledged companion. He has not. I too am very upset about it, and I'm extremely disappointed in you for not saving him, to be honest. Can we at least tell him the truth before he dies? He's dead. If he wasn't dead, Spare the Dying would work. He's dead. And here's the thing, if I go, oh yeah, but I'll give you a quick scene where you say this to him, then everyone's going to be like, but I don't understand. You said he was dead and now he's talking. And that's why we can't have fun playing D&D. Okay? Those people. Lolly and Plasma. Everyone else is fine, but those two would ruin it. So we can't allow that. Make revive him a wish. You can do that, but you haven't got any wishes. You need to pay for it. This is a pay to win campaign. Standing up. The last of the flames. Burning away the ugly sweater. Lyri looks towards Martin Freeman. And does nothing because it's the end of their turn. But it is Martin Freeman's turn. And Martin Freeman is going to attempt to strike you twice. A smirk on his face. He smirks to the camera. He swings his sword. You can move back to the flames. 22 and 19. 2 hits. 6 slashing damage. 16 in total. A 6 and a 10. A horrendous wound opens up on Lyri as Martin Freeman casually walks over, swings his longsword, and opens a devastating wound, smirking at Lyri. It is now Lyri's turn. What does Lyri do? We can remove some of these other things here. I guess we can remove run to the counter. Intimidate. So attack, dodge, potion, intimidate, break oil on ground, douse Martin in oil, move to Drew is done. Kick the fire kit to Freeman, throw the oil bottle while rushing towards him. Look for the documentary crew. Anything else? Flaming hug and smash bottle against Martin. Feel like that option is on there 3 times, but keep writing it. All it does is dilute. The more times you write the same thing, I know there's no avoiding this because you're all not the same person. You're not a hive mind like I treat you, but you are a hive mind to me. But the more times you write the same thing, the more chance there is of you diluting the votes between those same options, you know. Kiss Martin Freeman. Attempt to ugly cry for a 3 times ugly combo. Pray to an unknown dark force to bring Drew back, which is win D&D. You'd like to win D&D. There you go. There's your choices. Can we just win D&D? I want what I want to happen all the time, and I cannot accept anything outside of my own personal narrative. Why are you playing this game then? Read a book. Write a book. Make a movie. That's what you say to that player. DMs. From now on. The choice is yours. What would you like to do? You have chosen to break the oil on the ground, maximizing the area of spillage. Lyri, bottle of oil in hand, looks up to Martin Freeman. Oil spreads across the ground. The flames spreading across the tavern that you're supposed to be defending. As the flames spread, Martin Freeman steps into the flames and his splint armor begins to heat up. Heat metal spell. How does that work? If you can keep him here, it will burn him significantly. But I think right now, all it does is heat him up a little bit. So it does 2d fire. If you can hold him in the fire, it will do a recurring 2d8 fire damage. But I think since it hasn't had a chance to heat up properly, it's going to deal 1d8 fire damage to him right now. For 3 damage out of his 58. He glances down, the heat beginning to affect him. The first time he takes a little damage, you see that his armor begins to heat up. He begins to sweat. The flames spread as the oil spreads, catching on the loose bits of wood and tables and chairs. The inside of the tavern begins to burn. The roof on the outside burning. It is now Martin Freeman's turn. He is going to attempt to attack you again 2 times. A 17 and a 14. The 17 hits, dealing 12 slashing damage. You're down to 4. You do heal from fire. Did you not get the heal last time? Did I not roll it? What's this? No? Okay. You're actually on 5. Durkee, thank you for the gift subs. You're actually on 5 HP as it comes round to your turn. And actually, Martin is going to step away from this fight, this spreading fire, as he steps backwards away from the flames. Because why would he stand in them? Giving you an attack of opportunity. Roll me a d20. You get a free attack. Ratch is dead. Yeah. But Lyri drank a potion of ugly face and now looks like you, Orcish. So ugly was Lyri that it caused one of the bandits previously to vomit in such a way that they damaged themselves for like 4 damage or something. So we're always thinking about you, buddy. We've always got you in mind here in the channel. Let's roll. You've got to beat 17 is his AC. I can't help it. No. And you roll a 17. You have a +5 to this. And deal 6 slashing damage. Doing one of those things where you cut across their face. A scar will be left regardless. He steps out of the flames, taking a cut to the face, holding a finger to it, looking at the blood, a smirk to the camera. Now it's Lyri's actual turn. You get another d4 of healing. Only 1. 1 HP recovers. The flames spread. I think on your turn they spread. Further and further they spread. What does Lyri do? Break oil. Throw oil. No oil. Flaming hug. Don't have oil. Kiss him. Ugly cry. For a 3 times ugly combo. The sweater is burned up, so it would not be a 3 times. Pray to an unknown dark force. Anything else? Any other suggestions here? Move backwards and equip the bow. Grapple him. And presumably attempt to drag him towards the fire for the continual burn. Stay put and fire heal. Well, this is your action, not your move action. I know that move backwards and equip the bow has move in it, but equip the bow is the action. Right, this is it then. Away you go. Attack with your melee. Dodge. Potion of temporary hit points. Intimidate him. Look for the documentary crew that he keeps smirking at. Kiss Martin Freeman. Pray to an unknown dark force to bring Drew back. Win D&D. Move backwards and equip the bow. Grapple with Martin. Away you go. What would you like to do? Do we have an Aasimar heal? The three points? I don't know, maybe you do. I'll add it in here. Healing hands. 1. You have one of them and it gives you 3 HP back. Shadow says, what about if we pay to win? The plan is to drink the potion of temporary hit points and then spin the wheel. Alright, let's do the potion first. Drinking. Glug, glug, glug. Drinking the potion. This is your final temporary potion of temporary hit points, so they're gone. You no longer have a potion equipped. And you get 1d10 temporary hit points. 5 additional hit points in there. Five temporary hit points. Claimed. That is an action because it's an item. Your companion is dead, unless you mean Kara the Silent. Kara the Silent is fighting an entire army of bandits. Lancelot is fighting an entire army of bandits, and Snotflap bamfed away immediately. So is that the end of your turn? Do you want to move? Presumably not, because you are just standing on fire. And that will heal you. You can move anywhere around these squares that have fire on. The fire is spreading. So it's now Martin Freeman's turn. Martin Freeman is going to fire a heavy crossbow at you. And miss with a 5. Launching past your head, the crossbow bolt lands in the wall. Oh yes, and the wheel spin. Let's go. Wish granted. Jammy mother fuckers. Wish granted. What do you want to happen? Instant long rest. Wow. Any wish. What do you want? Martin surrenders. Martin turns into a child as well. Drew, reborn. Ratchet comes back to life with normal penis. Drew returns. Freeman is naked. Drew returns, Drew returns, Drew returns, Drew returns. Long rest when everyone has to long rest and get along. Don't know what that means. Oil and wishes. Snotflap comes to help. Oh, what the fuck is happening? Liar grows wings. Drew kills Freeman. Go back in time. Swap HP with Freeman is fun. Alright, that'll do. You fall into a Toronto apartment in 2020. There you go. What do you want to do? Instant long rest. Martin surrenders. Martin turns into a child. Drew is reborn. Freeman is naked. Snotflap comes to help. Liar grows wings. Drew kills Freeman. Go back in time. Swap HP with Freeman. What do you want to happen? The choice is yours. Big wheel spins today. One from Shadow there and Durky Dirk. I believe with some help from April, Mad Gab and Andy somewhere in there maybe, and Jaeger. Thank you so much for the subs, everyone. I appreciate it. Got to pay my tax this week. It's absolutely not in any way causing me to mentally destabilize. Not terrifying every year. Swap HP with Freeman. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful. That is beautiful. The spell wind blows, reinvigorating Lyri. He gains 6 temporary hit points and is now at 6 of 46 HP. Lyri, fuck, what was he on? A veteran has 58 HP and he lost 3. Lyri is at 55. Oh, he took more damage. He was on 46. Lyri has 46 HP out of 58. Martin says, what have you done to me? What have you... And he coughs up blood. Suddenly injured to the extent that Lyri is. Lyri holds a hand up as the spell wind drains the life from Martin Freeman and switches it with their own. Whose turn is it? Lyri's? Yeah, he missed. It's Lyri's turn. You gain 1d4 hit points from the flames healing in front of him. I guess we'll find out, Tom. I guess we'll find out. What does Lyri do? He has got like 7 HP. Now the standard options are, of course, attack with the melee weapon, dodge. That's it. What else? What else? Smash his head into a wall. Unarmed attack. Jesus Christ. Unarmed. Oh my god. Fucking fuck's sake. Unarmed attack. It's so hard to copy paste from the chat, by the way. Drink potion of giant strength. Smash Martin with Drew's body. This will take 3 actions to complete. Look for the fucking camera crew. Start dancing on the fire. Grapple him and drag him into the middle of the flame. Attack with bow. This will cost 2 actions because you have to equip the bow. Ask him to pay for your protection. The choice is yours. What does Lyri do? What does Lyri do? Also, the fire spreads further. You're going to attack. Attack then. Roll me a d20, chat. One of those moves, you know? Suddenly darting out of the fire. Sword. Lyri appears behind him. You have a +5 to hit. His AC is 17. He's in full splint mail. Roll me a d20. You gotta get a 12. A 4. A line across the armor. Martin looks down and turns around to Lyri. You want to move back to the fire? You can't. You moved 25 feet. Now, if you'd only gone in front of him, you could have got back. But unfortunately, you went 25 feet because you wanted to make it look cool. Which was a flourish from me. Backflipping. Actually, no, you can't because he gets an attack of opportunity. Attack of opportunity and land in the fire, or stay where you are? Stay. Stay, stay. Opportunity, stay. Risk oppie, stay, stay. Push, stay. Okay. It is Martin Freeman's turn. Martin Freeman turns on you, bleeding, wounded, carrying all of Lyri's wounds, swinging that longsword at Lyri. A 20 is a hit, and another 20, 2 dirty 20s from him. 15 damage dealt. Swinging wildly. His face forgettable, yours ugly beyond belief. Lyri's turn. What does Lyri do? Smash his head into a wall. Unarmed attack we can remove. Drink potion of strength is mental. Look for the camera crew. Start dancing on the fire. You're not in the fire. Grapple him and drag him into the flame. Attack with the bow is irrelevant. Ask him for your protection. Push him into the fire. And actually the fire has grown. Push him into the fire. Is that it? Okay. There's your options. Attack him with your rapier. Dodge. Look for the camera crew. Grapple him and drag him into the middle of the flame. Ask him to pay for your protection. Push him into the fire. Try and hit him again. Okay, roll me a d20, chat. +5 to hit. Let's go. We take the second roll. Flush out all those old shit rolls. Next time I have a week off, I'll figure out how to put a reset button in there. Luckily it wasn't that one from Plasma Shade. Next one. What's it gonna be? Martin Freeman stands with a natural 1. Keep rolling. Roll me another d20. The fail is unbelievable here from you in the chat room. The fumble is beyond belief. Keep rolling. We take the next number. The fumble table comes back out. A 15. You open a wound. 1d6 HP lost from blood loss. 1d6. 5 further damage as you swing the rapier towards this splint mail. Martin, with the last ounces of strength, dodging out of the way enough for it to glance off of that armor again. In doing so, Lyri standing outside of the fire, the flames wearing off. Actually, you do get 1d4 of HP back, but then the flames wear off. 4 HP back. The flames go out, and Lyri opens a wound on their own body. Blood running down the side of Lyri's naked body, Orcish's face. That's the end of your turn. 2 attacks coming in. Unless we have a wheel spin. No, Jaeger gifted a sub though. Thank you, Jaeger. Here we go. 2 attacks. A natural 1 from him. Roll me another d20. And a 13 is a miss. 2 misses from him. 1 being a natural 1 right back at you. We'll take the first roll. A 12. Your weapon digs into the floor. A strength check to break it free. The DC is your strength score. Let's see if you can break it free. There's a +5 to this, and his strength score is 6. He has to beat a 16 and 11. His weapon gets stuck in the ground. The flames spread further. He's almost in him. I don't think this is in it, is it? I think this is. Next round, he'll be in them. If you can hold him there, the flames will get to him naturally. His sword is stuck in the ground. Lyri, your turn. What does Lyri do? He stands before you, sword in ground. Stuck, unable to break it free. You can attack. You can dodge. You can look for the camera crew. You can grapple him and drag him into the flame. You can ask him to pay for your protection. You can push him into the fire. What would you like to do? Kiss him on the nose. Attempt to kick him Spartan style into the fire, which is push him into the fire, but I'll do this. We'll switch that one out. Ask him what's on the box. I don't know what that means. Or should we have a lunch break? What do you think? Alright, there we go. There's your options. Attack him. Dodge. Look for the camera crew. Grapple him and try and drag him into the flames. Ask him to pay for your protection. Kiss him on the nose. Kick him Spartan style into the fire. Ask him what's on the box. Or have a lunch break. Guys, thank you so much for the subs today. Honestly, the wheel spins have been incredible. Sometimes the wheel spins, you're in the middle of these epic fights and it's like, you get a piece of chalk in your pocket. And sometimes you get fucking 6 wishes granted. 2 of which you squander. You guys are going to attempt to kick him Spartan style into the fire. This is it. Now the shove action is what you're attempting to do here, which I think is a contested athletics check, which is not in your favor, but could be epic if you successfully do it. What is the shove rule? Use an attack action to shove a creature and knock it prone, or push it 5 feet away from you, which is what you're trying to do. Make a strength athletics check, contested by the target's athletics check. Okay. Guys, start rolling. Roll d20 in the chat. You have a +3 to your check. He has a +5. You have to beat a 9. You have to beat a 9. We take the second roll, not that 6. You gotta beat a 9. A 10. Lyri says, this tavern is under my protection. And it does what? Oosh! Martin Freeman is pushed, kicked back, flailing his arms. The flames raising up around him. The splint mail turning red hot. Damn. I don't know how you did this. At the doorway, the other bandits. The boss is dead. The boss is dead. Retreat. Retreat. They start running away. Lancelot looking a little battered. Kara the Silent a little battered. Lyri stands naked among the flames. The flames. Yes, the flames. The flames which continue to spread. The roof on fire. And now oil spreading across the ground in here, causing the fire to spread further. Snotflap appears beside you.
Hey, there's fire everywhere. Shit, there's fire in here. Look, I found this.
Snotflap had been stealing things from the bandits on the outside. Roll me a d20 to see what Snotflap stole. We take the second roll. A 13. It's a wand of magic missiles, which I think you can have. It's not how magic works in this world, but I think it probably can work from a wand, and I think I'm going to allow it. A wand of magic missiles, a wand with 7 charges that cast magic missile, regains nothing. It regains nothing. It's temporary because it's magical. Item acquired. Wand of magic missile. Missile. 7 charges. Lyri says, this is actually very useful. Snotflap says,
I fire. See ya.
And vanishes. Lyri stands among the flames. They spread out. Lancelot pushes up beside Lyri and says, what are we going to do? The flames are out of control. You see the tavern owner, Lyndall, at the counter with several of the patrons who had been hiding during this assault, looking over the counter, his eyes wide, the flames in them, as he watches his tavern begin to burn down. The roof is on fire as well. Lyri standing there completely naked, has a couple of hours of healing in flames, will not be damaged by these flames, but it does nothing for the rest of the tavern. I guess we'll find out what happens next week. You guys got a lot of XP, by the way. We're going to calculate all of the XP from you killed a thug, a veteran, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 bandits. That's a lot of XP. That's a lot of XP. And we'll calculate that next week. You might be leveled up. Can you save the tavern from burning down? You saved it from the bandits. But can you save it from burning down next week? We play this every Sunday at 2 p.m. UK time, which is 9 a.m. Eastern USA. I don't know what that is anywhere else in the world. You'll have to figure it out. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching the stream. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so very much, people gifting subs. Jaeger, Nyanar, Jaeger, and Shadow for the last few there, as well as everyone else that gifted subs during this stream. I cannot believe that you successfully defeated Martin Freeman. This was going to be a recurring villain. I was like, there's no way they're going to beat this guy. This is a thing they're going to have to do every now and then until they're strong enough to defeat him. Of course, you managed to destroy him in an epic way. Well done. Give yourselves a pat on the back. And I'll see you next week. Again, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you everyone for gifting subs. Really does keep my life afloat. This stream at the moment is really one of the only things keeping me treading water with rent and taxes and things. And if you like D&D, that is a little less chaotic, a little more good, then you can tune into Table Story, which is a D&D channel here on Twitch that I run with a couple of friends, and there are shows throughout the week on that channel that you can tune into, including one tonight. If you're interested in a sort of warped version of the Vampire the Masquerade system, it's been twisted out of recognition by resident GM Pumpkinberry. If that sounds fun to you, it's a very spooky, twisty, wibbly wobbly, cool story at the moment. Maybe you could tune in and join in and watch that one. That's on in 3 hours, which is 8 p.m. UK time, 4 Eastern, is that right? On Table Story, which you can click the link in the channel there or just type in the word Table Story, one word. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. And last but not least, watch out!